All right, blast off. Ben Parker of CardinalSportsReport.com on Three Rivals here with Stanford defensive line coach Ross Kolodziej. First of all, I'll just talk about what's been the main emphasis that you've had towards your unit during the bye week and this week leading up to Provo.
Yeah, I think, to continue to build on what we've been doing, and that's getting better, 1% better every single day, dominating our details. And then when we come out here, we have to be absolutely relentless in how we practice and, how we attack and really how we focus and finish each and every day.
Yeah, and talk about what have you, Clay Patterson, take aside the TikTok dance, had a good game against Hawaii. What is he going to bring to the team this year, and what has he brought so far?
Yeah, I think everything that he flashed last year, he's just continuing to build on and get better. And, I think he's got a very natural ability to attack or find and attack edges and be disruptive, get in the backfield and get offenses off schedule, affect the quarterback, disrupt the run game. And so he's got a great feel for it, but he does an incredible job off the field as well. He puts in a ton of time studying the opposing offense and really coming out here and bringing that to life.
And across the board, you have a lot of veteran guys up front.
We do.
And Anthony Franklin and BMO, these guys. Just talk about how much does it help to have a veteran guys that can lead the way at that position?
Yeah, I think that's when you feel a program is really starting to establish itself and take root, is when you've developed a group of guys that have put in year three now, in essence, of where we're at. And so they have an incredible understanding of knowledge of what we're trying to do, how we're trying to do it. And then they're in a position where the young guys that are coming in, they're able to grow it and take it to another level. I think to really master something, right, you have to have an ability to teach it, or at least communicate it effectively. And I think that's what's really helped them grow also is their ability to take the playbook and then try to coach these young guys up as well.
Yeah, and kind of what is the key as a defensive line to maximizing your abilities to get TFLs and sacks? So what's kind of the key to making that happen as much as you can happen at?
Yeah, absolutely. One, you have to execute within the framework or the structure of the defense, right? You can't go outside what your role or responsibility is. But defensive line is essentially the way that we play. We want to be disruptors. We want to be aggressive. We want to reset that line of scrimmage. We're looking for guys to get vertical knockback and really try to live on the other side of the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and you guys have seen a familiar face in Bear Bachmeier. Just talk about kind of what you saw to him in the spring and what you saw from him at the week one game, and just kind of the challenges he poses to the defensive line.
BYU historically has done a great job at the quarterback position, Q run game, dialing up protection and taking shots and a ton of misdirection, a lot of eye candy. So we're going to have our work cut out for us. There's a lot of things we need to stay focused on, our key up front, and just really try to live in that little world right off the tip of the pad of our key.
Yeah, and another veteran guy, Anthony Franklin, what does he continue to bring to the ring?
Yeah, he's just rock solid, right? He's been Mr. Dependable since we've arrived here, right? He's durable, he's consistent, and every week he shows up, he gives it his best. He plays winning football at a high level, and so you couldn't really ask more from Frank.
Yeah, and just kind of in general, obviously, you can expect a loud atmosphere there. Just talk about what do you kind of do to prepare for a loud environment as a defensive line? What do you kind of do managing that side of things?
Going on the road, typically the offense is out there, so we don't have to deal with it to the level that the offense does, right, in terms of crowd noise. But
that's actually true.
You bring out the speakers and you do the whole thing and try to simulate noise as much as possible during practice to again continue to work and develop our communication.
Yeah, and just I'm curious to kind of get your perspective on the running on your own running game. Micah Ford what makes him an effective running back from a defensive line standpoint? Makes him difficult to contain?
One, he's just a very large human being, right? He's strong, he's explosive. He does a great job, reading and is patient with his blockers and setting up space. And he gets behind his pads and he runs hard. So it's great to be able to have that in practice and go against it every day.
Final question for you, just in general, how much does it help to get the early bye week and to have 2 weeks to prep for an opponent? Just talk about that side of things a little bit.
Yeah, this is a unique year because you get 3 bye weeks, so quite possibly is the longest college football season in history. So anytime you have a bye week, you certainly you want to take advantage of it. I'm a big believer in really focusing on yourself and making sure we're getting on track to where we need to. And, sometimes there is such a thing as too much time and trying to manufacture things. But it does allow you to truly drill into, what you anticipate on game day.
Perfect. Well, thanks so much for taking the time, Ross, and best of luck on Saturday at Lavelle Edwards.
Thank you. Appreciate the time.